Dear MyData friends around the world, I hope this video finds you all safe and well. Luckily, digital means bring us together also for this 5th year of MyData conferences, and it's an honor to take part in this event. And I wish to start by congratulating you all, the MyData community, for your hard and enthusiastic work towards creating a fair and sustainable digital society with the ethical use of personal data in the center. I followed your efforts to bring together your talent for tackling the pandemic. And it's clear that the management of personal data and the transparency of information are now more important than ever. More and more information, including personal data, will be needed to prevent such threats as the current coronavirus pandemic at the global level, and at the same time the demand for trust is ever increasing. The amount of data generated by public bodies, businesses and citizens is constantly growing. According to the European Strategy for Data, the amount of data is expected to multiply by 5 by 2025. A lot of it will be personal data and data generated in our everyday lives as our homes, transport and even healthcare gets smarter. So what do we do with all the data? And what is the role of the individual in all this? We are in the momentum to change the current approach to the way personal data is used. We are working towards making transparency and human centricity the new normal. As you know, Finland has contributed to the discussion on human-oriented and sustainable utilization of the data, both in Europe and globally. Already since 2014, the Ministry of Transport and Communications has encouraged businesses, administrations and individuals to think about the possibilities and impacts that the personal data model might us give. Last year, during our presidency of the Council of the European Union, we developed the basic principles for the utilization of data. Our goal was to provide cross-sectoral common principles for the data economy with the users in the center. Our call has been to transform the EU into a data-driven society and data economy, one that builds on the rights of individuals, on a fair operating environment for organization and on a well-functioning society. And to guarantee human-centered data management as a cross-cutting policy in all sectors. This year, the Forest is answering our calls as the EU is taking steps towards actionable data rights of individuals with the European Commission's data strategy and the newly released Act on Data Governance. Dear friends, the moment is right to envision and build an efficient and functional data governance model before we tangle ourselves in the fragmented structures of the current data sharing mechanisms. I wish to congratulate all of us and the European Commission. We have been working hard to get us here to build a common framework for data governance, one that mainstreams a human-centric approach. And as you know, all technological breakthroughs such as high-performance computing, artificial intelligence, mobility services, blockchains, cloud services and Internet of Things depend on the availability and free movement of data between networks and value chains. If we manage to do this right, the common governance framework enables us to expand our possibilities to utilize data even if it's sensitive or personal. This is how data could be transferable and available across borders between states, sectors and applications. For personal data, common governance would mean established MyData operators or intermediaries with certified capability to provide the necessary trust. Knowing that someone is trustworthy is actually the issue that the MyData operator model has tried to cover. I too would be happy to share more of my data if I could be sure that someone wiser than me has checked and confirmed that the service I use is really worth my trust. In addition, it is important to keep the access to data in the hands of individuals. In this case, it also means that I know what kind of agreement the parties have with each other and what's the role of my data in them. It's obvious that some data is more sensitive than others. Health data needs a different approach than mobility data. However, we should still be able to govern them with all easy-to-use services and with the help of those MyData service providers and companies whose only job is to keep me at the driver's seat when it comes to my data. This personal dimension is important, but at the same time we need to encourage collaboration between academic research and business development to enable better and more creative problem solving for global challenges in addition to the pandemic. We can use data to tackle climate change and poverty and enhance the circular economy. We are now facing the step towards mainstreaming data innovations to practical tools and enablers. This is why I'm encouraged to be part of the MyData conference, as it brings together people from academia, business, the public sector and various organizations to discuss and learn from each other in good spirits. I want to believe that after the pandemic we will be more united and even stronger than before. In the midst of the crisis, it's also our decision makers' mission to provide security, stability and faith in the future. This is the fertile ground for innovations to flourish. To participants, with these words I wish you all good health and a fruitful MyData Online 2020 conference.